Hey noobs, ready to get pwned? That's right, because today we're going to be looking at Gamer English here on MySTV. My name is Anthony, and we're going to be looking at the common vocabulary, expressions used in the world of gaming, and also I'm going to be giving you some suggestions on how to use video games to improve your English. So we'll go with the first, the second element there, which is my advice for you, because I quite like video games. I played a lot of them in the past, but not anymore. It's time. But I actually, when I was learning Italian, I actually used video games as a way of improving my Italian. So my biggest suggestion to you really is play your favorite video games, but in English. You have already played them thousands of times, you know the characters, you know the story. It should really be easy for you to follow, even though it's in a different language. And it's your favorite video game. You like playing it. So, yeah, play it. What are you waiting for? Right now? No, after the video. The second point is choose country-appropriate video games. So if you have a preference for American English, for example, play a lot of games that are set in the USA. For example, Grand Theft Auto or LA Noire, things like this. Or if you prefer things that are more British, for example, I honestly don't know any British video games off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can find them. But the point is, play country-appropriate games, because you will absorb a lot of the language from that country, a lot of the slang expressions, dialects, and things like that. We go in now with number 3, which is you could use your English in online multiplayer, because nowadays in the gaming world, the majority of games have some multiplayer possibilities. So you can literally practice your English with other players in a safe environment, because it's a game. And this is an excellent way of practicing your speaking skills. Now let's have a look at this gamer sort of words that you often find used in the world. And to be honest, even for me, when I first learned these as a native speaker, I thought, but it's just a question of exposure and understanding them. So we'll begin with RPG. This stands for role-playing game. An example of an RPG is a game like Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft. It's a game where essentially you can do what you want, really. There's no set linear path. You have lots of side quests in addition to a primary campaign. The second word that you often find, and this is actually one of my favourites because it's often a source of irritation, is camping or camper. No, this is nothing to do with going on holiday. Camping is the action of remaining in the same place. Okay? He says while moving. But you remain in the same place during, for example, a shooting game like Call of Duty. If you stay in a particular location and people just run past you and pick them off one by one, this is camping. And it's often seen as a negative and a source of irritation by other players. The person is the camper. Camping is the action. Yeah. The next one then is FPS, or first-person shooter. This was describe a shooter game that is told from a first-person perspective. For example, Call of Duty or Battlefield, something like that. Our next word is grinding, and this could be a positive or a negative, it depends, but grinding really is when you do an action over and over again repetitively to reach a result that you want. So for example, this is commonly used in skill-based games where you need to achieve a certain skill level. I don't know, so imagine in your mythical game you have to get your defense level up. What you will do is often go and fight people in the game and use defensive features to increase that defense level over and over and over again. This is grinding. Next we have mashing, and it's often a negative, to be honest, because I mean, again, it depends on the game, but typically mashing is the sign of an inexperienced player who is not controlled and does not understand the game. It basically describes when you press all of the buttons simultaneously at a very fast speed. Like, for example, when I gave my PlayStation controller to my grandmother last Christmas. Very funny. And that brings us now to a word that I said at the beginning of the video. Feel free to go back and listen to it again if you didn't catch it. Pwned, or also owned. This is an expression that originated, I think, about 10 years ago, and it's a word that expresses superiority over another player. So, for example, if you're playing a game and you kill somebody in the game, and it's a source of satisfaction for you, like, yeah, you say pwned or owned. It's an adjective that just encompasses I am satisfied that you lost. Next we have the classic rage quitting. Yeah, again, negative. If you rage quit, it means, as the name suggests, rage meaning serious anger and quit meaning to leave the game. You probably lose or are close to losing and you get very angry and leave. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. Nobody likes a rage quitter. There you go. There is my advice and some vocabulary in the world of gaming. I hope you enjoyed this video, but yeah, seriously, video games are often forgotten. I mean, nowadays we encourage students to watch TV, read books, watch films. What about video games? You can learn a lot through that because you are also directly interacting with the events. And that will help it stick in your memory more, and you will remember the words that you're learning. So it's one of the best ways that I learned a different language, and I strongly encourage you to do so too. If you enjoyed that video, then please like it, subscribe to us, switch on the bell icon so you get instant notifications, and I'll see you in the next lobby. See you soon.